I don't know. I mean, first, it has to do with, I think, with two things. First, with how widespread the first one was. So you're already talking to a huge number of people who've seen the first movie, who are sort of eager to see what's going to come next. This is one thing. The other thing is, I think that, and it was totally unintentional. It just happened this way. Every movie that has a decent dramaturgy, it doesn't even have to be a great dramaturgy, but it's a decent one, is capable of making people feel emotion and bond with characters. So you look at, I'll pick a movie that has nothing to do with Elite Squad, let's say Star Wars. They present Luke Skywalker in a nice way, and you understand who this guy is and what his problem is, and so you start liking Luke Skywalker. And when Luke Skywalker is fighting with Darth Vader, you worry. I hope Darth Vader doesn't kill Luke Skywalker. This is only because of the movie. But in Elite Squad, I think you have a good dramaturgy, a character that we present that people bond with. That's Nascimento. So already you feel for this character just because of the film. But on top of the film, you have reality. So those two things work together. So say, in a movie, Nascimento goes and beats the crap out of the guy who got his son shot. Everybody, just for the movie, people want him to take revenge on this guy. But it so happens that this guy is a Brazilian corrupt politician. And everybody wants to beat a Brazilian corrupt politician anyways. And so those two things add together. And people go like, yes, he should do this, and yes, I want to do this too. And it becomes a sort of like a cathartic thing. And I'm not saying that the solution to our problems is beat up politicians, of course. I'm just saying that this is what explains the cathartic.
Do you think that...
We always get these questions at festivals, it's unavoidable. Mm-hmm. What do you think the public will think of your movie? What the public is not an homogeneous mass that thinks everybody thinks the same thing. So when you watch the movie, you think one thing, she thinks another, he thinks another. There's no such this entity, the public, doesn't exist. So it exists, but it doesn't have a mind of its own. So what you're telling me, and it's true, is that in Brazil, a very big fraction of the public, let's say they stand up in the middle of the screening and they applaud when Nascimento is beating the politician. They, do the same thing at the end of the movie in the area in Brasilia and all that. And this doesn't happen in other countries. And the reason it doesn't happen is because, as I said before, in Brazil you have two things working at the same time. You have the dramaturgy of the film itself, and you have the feeling of the people for reality that's represented in the film. The second thing is absent in other countries, I suppose. But having said that, we didn't have a Q&A yesterday, but today I had a Q&A. And I had like 3 Q&As at Sundance. And everybody understands. The film works. Mm-hmm. In Sundance we had people getting up and applauding in the middle of, because there were a lot of Brazilians in Salt Lake City. Mm-hmm. In here there are not so many Brazilians. But it's impossible to translate a culture. You always lose something when you translate a book, when you translate a film, when you whatever. You can't pass everything. It's impossible, right, to do it.